Hey, what's going on, guys? Big Cloud here, back again. You know, I'm very excited to definitely tackle this particular project here. I did a few theories on this game, and they were actually well received. So thank you guys so much for the support. I want to say shout out to everybody who requested this particular video in my last stream, and I hope you guys enjoy it. All right. Now, I do also want to shout out some individuals. I want to shout out Foxy Games UK, Porter Rock 77, and Craig Karras and Lobo for coming through my last stream that I did as well. Had a good time talking with you guys about the whole E3 debacle, and yeah, it's definitely a good time. If you guys missed it, it is definitely on the channel. Definitely go check that out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and let me know how I did. Now, of course, this video contains spoilers, so if you haven't played or haven't beaten God of War 4, I highly recommend you go and play God of War 4 and finish it before you come here. I just want to throw that out there because this is definitely going to be filled with spoilers. I'm going back on this one, okay? So just throwing it out there. But again, gaming news and everything will be back, so I look forward to covering those particular things with you. But until then, hope you guys enjoyed this kind of laid back video. All right, till next time, this is Big Cloud Gaming. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later. All right, guys, we are definitely here. Let's definitely start. So in order for this video to make sense and in order for us to really get to the point, we're going to have to start this story off, or this theory off, in Jotunheim. So I'll see you guys over there, and let's definitely cover this.
Why'd Mom send us here?
One question is answered and two more take its place.
Wait! Father! Something's happening! It's your axe. It's smaller. Look! She's arguing with a bunch of giants. She knew giants? That's us. The first time we met the world serpent. But how? And our fight with Baldur. But that just happened. Wait. They knew everything that was going to happen. The dragon in the mountain, the stone mason, all these drawings. This is our story.
No. This is your story.
But what does it all mean?
That I was not the only parent with secrets.
You didn't know. She was a giant. I'm a giant. Why didn't she tell us?
She sent us here, knowing we would find this.
But why not just tell us the truth?
Your mother would have had good reasons. Baldur was never sent to find me. He was tracking her all along, not knowing she was only ashes.
If she had a plan for us, I trust it. Whatever it is. Besides, she hasn't been wrong yet. Come on. We're so close to the end now.
Yes. Yes, we are.
So we find out the true nature. Faye was indeed a giant, and her goal was to bring Atreus and of course Kratos to the highest peak in Jotunheim to see their future. Now again, Atreus' future, you guys saw on the wall, wasn't necessarily all written in stone. More or less, this is kind of the end of what Kratos is going to experience going forward. Now, again, I'm not going to sit here and say or make no bold prediction that Kratos is going to die in the next one. No, but I can definitely see him dying in like the third one. As you guys remember, they talked about making more God of Wars. So I think he'll die off probably around the third one for sure. But one thing is for certain. That picture, that visual that we saw on the actual wall. Let's actually put that on the screen for you guys right now. Let's actually look at that a little closer, okay? So what do we see on the screen? Now, it looks like Kratos' soul is transferring into Atreus, right? And then that's pretty much it, right? As he dies, like his power is transferring in. Now, I actually do believe that something is transferring, like his power is transferring. If you guys remember, when you kill Hades in God of War 3, you are able to escape hell after you absorb his power and of course his soul. You're able to get out of hell. The same thing can be said about Helios. When you kill Helios and take his head, you have the power of the sun. So I do believe that there's something similar to that that's happening on the actual wall. That Kratos' power is indeed going to to Atreus. Now, granted, with that happening, okay, now I know some people were confused by that. They're thinking, well, so basically the power of the God of War. Here's the thing. The God of War title is literally just a title. Remember, Kratos was already a god when he went after Ares and he beat Ares. He was already a god. He just didn't have that mantle. The mantle of God of War is granted to the one who kills the owner. So that right there is naturally going to progress and go right to Atreus because, you know, Kratos right now is the God of War. So that's what's going to happen. He's not necessarily just he's not granted no crazy power just off of the name of God of War. No, and instead, with him being the God of War, he's being looked at by mortals and other gods as, like, you know, basically a figure to look up to when it comes to the glory of war. And that was actually explained in God of War 1, and I'll put that on screen for you.
But now there is an empty throne in Olympus, and a new god of war is needed. Take these stairs, Kratos. They lead to your ultimate reward.
And from that point forward, throughout the rest of time, whenever men rode forth to battle for good cause or for evil, they did so under the watchful eye of the man who had defeated a god. They were driven forward by Kratos, the mortal who had become the new god of war.
And to add on to this theory, if you guys go back to God of War 3 and the battle between Hercules and Kratos, you guys remember Hercules wanted to kill Kratos simply just for that title of God of War. And the main reason he wanted to kill Kratos is because he believed that Kratos was Zeus's favorite and that he was sent to kill the Nemean lion as like a distractor, while Kratos was granted the ultimate prize, which was the title of God of War. And that's really what he wanted. Here, let's play it for you.
Hello, brother. This is not between us, Hercules.
Isn't it? You were always Zeus's favorite.
The air on Olympus affects your thinking, brother. Zeus has no favorites.
Think about it, brother. While I was stuck cleaning the Augean stables, he chose you to destroy Ares. Well, not convinced. How about this? While you were being crowned the God of War, I was sent to find an apple. They called them labors. Ha! Perhaps he did allow me to kill the Nemean lion, but he made your name known amongst the people. A fierce warrior, a killer made hero, a man made a god. But this time, brother, this time I will destroy you. Call it my 13th and final labor. Soon I will become the god of war and claim the throne for myself.
You aspire to be an Olympian, yet their reign is ending.
We'll see about that.
All right, so now that we got the abilities out the way, right, in terms of being transferable and, of course, them being inherited, let's talk about Atreus in the actual picture. Let's actually zoom in this time on this picture. And again, let's get a better picture look at this picture. So as you look at it on screen, again, we already went over the whole power thing, but let's look at the very end of it on the right. What do you see? That looks to me to be a serpent. And this is where my theory comes into play. Now, of course, when you play the game, you find out that Atreus is indeed a god, which nobody really didn't really think he wasn't, right? It made sense for him to be a god and inherit the power of his father, but unfortunately, it's a little different. He was kind of a late bloomer, and this is due to the fact that Kratos never told him that he was a god, and they actually let him learn this organically as they got through their path. So during the battle between Kratos and Atreus versus Thor's sons, Magni and Madi, you find out again that Atreus has some hidden powers as he starts getting, a fever, and he starts like getting weak. And when you take him to Freya, Freya reveals to pretty much all of us that he does indeed have power hidden inside of him, and that, Kratos has been hiding it from him. So when you tell him this during this scene, after, he gets healed or whatnot, you find out they kind of hint at some abilities that are known for the Norse mythology when it comes to Loki. You guys remember, again, Loki in Norse mythology, he can actually shapeshift. And the first thing Loki says in the game is, hey, can I transform into a wolf? I wonder if I can transform into a wolf. And of course, he goes, what else can I do? And Kratos is like, well, you're welcome to surprise me. So I believe that when the power of Kratos transfers from him to Loki, I do believe that that's going to be enough to trigger the full potential of Atreus, aka Loki, and he'll be able to transform at will to whatever creature he wants. But of course, the first creature that he would transform into would be a serpent. Now, why would he transform into a serpent? Well, it goes back to what I said before. In the Norse mythology, Loki is the father of the world serpent. So it kind of makes sense that he will be able to transform into a serpent at will. And of course, as he progresses and starts harnessing his power and mastering it, he becomes a wolf, just like he does again in Norse mythology. So let's go ahead and play that.
You are quiet. Are you not better?
I guess.
I know you overheard my talk with Freya. You think you understand, but you do not. Why do you say nothing?
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you. I know I was never what you wanted. But after all this, I thought maybe things were different.
You do not know everything, boy.
No. But at least I know the truth now.
The truth. The truth. I am a god, boy. From another land far from here. When I came to these shores, I chose to live as a man. But the truth is, I was born a god. And so were you. Boy, have you nothing to say?
Can I turn into an animal?
Can you turn into an animal? No. No, I do not think so.
I'm a god. Mother knew? She was a god too?
No. She was mortal, but she knew my true nature.
I'm a god. Why did you wait so long to tell me?
I had hoped to spare you. Being a god, it can be a lifetime of anguish and tragedy. That is the curse.
What sorts of things can I do? Can I fly? Or turn invisible? I don't feel like a god.
I do not know the reach of your godhood. But over time, you will learn.
You sure I can't turn into a wolf?
You are welcome to surprise me.
Is this why I hear voices sometimes? You sure you've never heard any?
Not as you do.
That's no surprise. Every god is unique.
So, maybe I won't get strong like Father, but I'll have abilities all my own?
You already do, laddie. Your faculty for language is extraordinary for one so young. Time alone will tell what else you'll become capable of.
So you knew all along?
I did, lad. But I've known more than my share of gods.
Me too, apparently.
All right, so that definitely puts a wrap on my theory when it comes to Atreus transforming into other animals, or in this case, the serpent. But if I was to add a little bit more to this, especially going off of the dialogue that we just heard in that scene, let's definitely bring this back a bit to a scene that we saw with Kratos involving the Blades of Chaos. Now, a lot of you know exactly where I'm about to go with this. Now, Atreus said in that scene that we just saw, that we just played, that he's been hearing voices. Who could that voice possibly be? I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't believe it's Odin. I don't believe it's Thor. It can't be Faye, right? Because Faye's already gone. She's dead. She's gone. Her goal was to bring you guys together to Jotunheim to find out the truth, and for Kratos to give revelation of what's really going to happen in his future. That was her choice. That was her part to play in the story. Okay, so let's go back. Who has been known to come back or to haunt Kratos? That would be Athena. Athena has been on a mission to get back at Kratos, especially if you go back to God of War 3 when he killed Zeus and he decided to stab himself, releasing the power of Pandora's box into the world instead of giving that power to her. I do believe that that's her mimicking, or trying to get at Atreus. And of course, Atreus is now, he's not really, powerful yet, but I do believe that's her trying to, work her magic on Atreus and get him to be her new monster. As you guys remember in that scene during, with the Blades of Chaos, Kratos pretty much tells her right to her face that he is not her monster no more. So what better way for Athena to get back at Kratos than to have his very own son do his bidding, or do her bidding for her? But let's definitely play that scene for you.
There's nowhere you can hide, Spartan. Put as much distance between you and the truth as you want. It changes nothing. Pretend to be everything you are not. Teacher, husband, father. But there is one unavoidable truth you will never escape. You cannot change. You will always be a monster.
I know. But I am your monster no longer.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, man. I had fun making it. It was definitely a blast. Definitely enjoyed doing this, and let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below. Of course, there's so much to go over in terms of gaming news, and of course, so much to look forward to in terms of games. 2020 is very packed. It's going to be a good year, and of course, we have next-gen consoles as well around the corner. So it's definitely going to be a good year for gaming, and I cannot wait for the future of God of War, because you already know at the end of God of War what happens, and I'm actually going to end the video with that, but thank you guys so much for watching again, and thank you for all the support here on the channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you guys for supporting this particular theory series that I started on this channel and I stopped, but thank you guys for supporting it. I do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed this, definitely show that support by hitting that like button. It really does help the channel grow, more so than you know. If you are new here and you guys like the content, definitely hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you never miss content. I do appreciate everything. Until next time, guys, this is Big Cloud Gaming. I want all of you guys to be safe. Y'all have a good one, and I will see you guys on the next one. You guys be blessed. Later.
What was that?
The ball!